10 incredible facts about Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway. Once again, we shine the spotlight on other areas of the life of the granddaddy of them all when it comes to investments, Warren Buffett and his conglomerate Berkshire Hathaway. Welcome to the second part of our dive into the life of this savvy and influential philanthropist. In this video, we reveal 10 different incredible facts about Warren Buffett and his conglomerate Berkshire Hathaway. What made this folksy, middle-class lad from Omaha the sole most successful capitalist of all time? How did he manage to establish, take a step back, reestablish himself, and come back stronger than ever? We have all the answers to these questions and more as you join us in this second dive into the life of Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway. While you're at it, for more videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on post notifications to be alerted whenever we drop new videos. We can't wait to have you here as one of our very own. Many of us, especially Warren Buffett fans, may think we know a lot about the super investor, when in the real sense, we barely know enough. You may know a few things, such as he's a great investor, a frugal guy, and someone who still lives in a somewhat simple house he bought in the 50s. Still, there are possibly a few details that will shock you. In other words, there are some things about Buffett that can even help you get financially healthier and more decisive. Follow through as we look at 10 incredible things about Warren Buffett and his company. Discover how many of these facts makes you raise your eyebrows when you hear them. Number 1, his long-term performance record is incredible. Most folks don't realize just how incredible Buffett's track record is. For well over 50 years, he has continued to boost the market value of Berkshire Hathaway by an average annual rate of nearly 20%. When you consider that the S&P 500 has averaged only roughly 10% over that same time, you realize just how impressive this is. And don't forget that a 20% growth rate will turn a single $100 investment into about $900,000 over 50 years. With such power of compounding, you can still build your wealth effectively, consistently, and considerably. Number 2, his early bird caught the worm. If you're in your 20s or 30s or 40s and hope to be as successful as Buffett, you might have a slight impediment because he had a big head start over you considering the age he started investing. According to Roger Lowenstein, who penned the excellent biography, Buffett, The Making of an American Capitalist, Buffett began making money selling gum to passers-by when he was only 5 years old. Incredible, isn't it? It is again worthy of note that Buffett's wealth is all his own. At no point did he build on any inheritance or gift from his parents or relatives. Number 3, the evolution of his investing methods is terrific. Benjamin Graham was Buffett's first mentor, and he had a massive impact on him and his methods. Benjamin Graham is the author of the investing classics, The Intelligent Investor, and Security Analysis. With credits in large part going to Graham, Buffett started as a stringent value investor, which implies that he only preferred to buy stocks for less than what they were worth, mainly at a significantly lesser amount. He explained this old method in his 1989 letter to shareholders. Quote, "If you buy a stock at a sufficiently low price, there will usually be some hiccup in the business's fortunes that gives you a chance to unload at a decent profit. Even though the long-term performance of the business may be terrible, I call this the cigar butt approach to investing. A cigar butt found on the street that only has one puff left in it may not offer much of a smoke, but the bargain purchase will make that puff all profit." Unquote. But he then explained that he has understood, in large part from his longtime investing colleague and friend Charlie Munger, that it's always worth paying for a terrific enterprise. In his own words, it's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price. Number 4, tossing newspapers is one of his many unique talents. There's the fact that Buffett spends most of his time in non-strenuous activities such as reading. Still, it doesn't mean he can't show off some talents now and then. During some of his annual shareholder meeting weekends, he has participated in ping pong battles, thrown out the first ball at baseball games, and has challenged the likes of Bill Gates to a newspaper tossing game. You heard that right. He's good at newspaper tossing because he delivered 600,000 of them in his boyhood, amassing nearly $175 per month. That is not an uncommon wage for a full-time working man. Another one of his many unique talents is playing the ukulele. You can guess there are even more. Number 5. Harvard Business School denied him admission. It may not be easy to understand why, but Harvard Business School rejected young Buffett when he applied to it. We learned this was due to his young age. Well, he has called that the best thing that ever happened to me. Eventually, he chose Columbia, where he got to study with value investing experts like David Dodd and Benjamin Graham. Number 6. Many countries' GDPs can't match his net worth. Recently, Forbes estimated Buffett's net worth at $118 billion. To put that into perspective, Warren Buffett is worth more than the gross domestic product of many, many countries. Some of such countries are Morocco and Kuwait, according to World Bank data. Buffett's net worth is more than half the GDP of other countries like Portugal and New Zealand. Number 7. Berkshire Hathaway is old. Berkshire Hathaway is not a new figure in the business space. This company has been around a long time. Warren Buffett has taken over the realms of this conglomerate since 1965. Still, its roots go far back beyond that. The origins of Berkshire Hathaway go deep to the Valley Falls Company, a textile business established in 1839 in Cumberland, Rhode Island. This was a long time before the Civil War. Number 8. Buying a share of Berkshire Hathaway Class A stock is expensive. The going price for a single share of Berkshire Hathaway's Class A stock always stuns investors. The stock recently traded at $489,802 per share. Mind-blowing, isn't it? You might buy a fancy house in several parts of the country or choose a single share of Berkshire stock. But don't be afraid, because there are now more accessible and inexpensive Class B shares available to everyone, recently trading for around $326.60 each. Number 9. There are many Berkshire Hathaway owns in their totality. For several decades, Buffett and Munger stretched their influence by acquiring many businesses, adding them to Berkshire's portfolio of wholly owned subsidiaries. Companies under their portfolio include Acme Brick, Benjamin Moore, Brooks, Business Wire, Jordan's Furniture, Justin Brands, Lubrizol, Marmon Holdings, McLean Company, Clayton Homes, Duracell, Flight Safety, Forest River, Fruit of the Loom, Geico, IMC International Metalworking Companies, International Dairy Queen, Johns Manville, Nebraska Furniture Mart, NetJets, Pampered Chef, See's Candies, and the whole BNSF Railroad. Also, Berkshire possesses a large stock portfolio through which it holds major stocks in various companies. Here are some of these companies in the portion owned by Berkshire Hathaway. American Express, 19.9%. Moody's, 13.3%. Bank of America, 12.8%. U.S. Bank Corp, 9.7%. Coca-Cola, 9.2%. And Apple, 5.6%. Number 10. Berkshire Hathaway profits from some massive dividend returns. It is impressive to discover that when you own dividend-paying stocks for several years, those payouts from the companies manage to get an increase over time. An average company's dividend profit divides the current annual total dividend per share by the current stock rate. If you're a dividend investor, however, it's worth looking at the effective dividend return, which provides the current annual total dividend by your cost basis in the shares, the split-adjusted price you paid for these shares. For example, Imagine you buy into Scruffy's Chicken Shack when it's paying out $1 per share and trading at $25 per share. Then divide $1 by $25. That will give you 0.04 or 4%, a 4% dividend return. But let's say that 20 years later, you're still holding those shares and the dividend is now $4 per share, and the stock is trading at $100 per share. Its dividend return is still 4%. The change here is that your effective dividend returns will now be 16%. We got that by dividing $4 by your purchase price of $25 per share. What all of these facts make us know is that it is unlikely that we'll ever be as good at investing like Warren Buffett. Still, that doesn't mean we can't learn from him and adopt some Buffett investing tenets. It might not be a bad idea to take a business ride with this investment mogul and buy some shares of Berkshire Hathaway. This is IQ. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button. Also, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell so you'll get notifications of our next video. Thank you.